Oh, let me cut. I can just cut that one off.
You
How
can
about
turn that one off.
Ain't nobody there.
Just turn it on off. Welcome to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I'm your brother John.
This is Qiana.
And this program is being brought to you as part of the New Image Project of the Community Development and Training Center, aka See That.
See that.
And we'd like to thank y'all for tuning in to help us to redefine what's cool, because
smart
is
the new
gangsta.
Baby.
And if you don't know,
now you know.
Now you know.
No.
How you feeling this morning?
I'm feeling pretty good.
Good. Happy birthday. I ain't gonna say belated.
Thank you, because it's still going on.
It's still going on. It's Libra season.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I give you that. Yeah. So Friday night. Well, I mean Friday kind of kicked it off. What did you do?
I went to the Catalyst.
Okay. How was it?
It was really nice. So listen, a lot of people came out.
I heard.
A lot of people came out on Friday.
Y'all started what, 9-ish?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And it was nice.
And we ended after 1-ish, 1:30. I think I left around 1:30. It was still a few folks there.
Okay.
But I left around like 1:30.
That's when you got up out of there.
That's when I left.
Okay.
Yeah, and everybody, we did we got to pin money on me.
Say we got to pin money on me, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So
you had a nice little grip walking out the door?
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
I did. So my whole thing was, if you wish me happy birthday, you had to tip me.
Oh, okay. I think I might start that. If you say good morning to me, you got to tip me.
No, I mean it worked. I listen. I'm yeah.
If you say happy birthday, they got a tip, right?
Yes.
It comes with a tip.
And then
don't bet on the last horse in the last race. You know, that's a tip too.
Yeah, no. I need something tangible.
Tangible tips. Not good advice.
No.
I hear that.
And then Saturday,
okay.
My girlfriend surprised me and took me out to Madeira Beach.
Okay.
And we went on like the tiki boat, the tiki bar boat. It's kind of like it's seats. And you go out there through there in like John's Pass and just ride out there. We saw some dolphins.
That's appropriate though for a mermaid.
Right.
So your friend really know who you.
Yeah, so it was Shaquan, LaDonna, Sam.
Okay.
Kayla. It's like 6 of us.
I think I saw some pictures
Tiffany.
from that.
You probably did.
I saw the pictures from that. I think it was on the LaDonna
page.
Yeah.
So we did that. And then Sunday, we did a little brunch.
Yesterday,
we kind of hung out.
Okay.
It was family day kind of.
Right.
It's another brunch spot that I want to go to in like 2 weeks because they're completely booked. But yeah.
Okay. So you actually have to make reservations to go to this brunch spot. Yeah, like that brunch thing is really taking off. It seems like a lot of people are doing brunch. Yeah,
I like brunch.
See, I've always been a brunch person, even before they called it brunch. Like I used to just like to eat breakfast anytime I wanted to.
But see, this is so
that's what brunch is.
So
right?
Brunch is a mixer of brunch and lunch.
Okay, so you can get a lunch or you can get some breakfast.
So you're supposed to be a mixture of everything kind of together. Years ago, we used to go somewhere like by St. Pete Clearwater Airport, and usually you get like the breakfast with like the seafood and everything with it. So yeah.
Right. Yeah, but I've always liked the idea of eating breakfast anytime I wanted to.
I mean, why not? Yeah. It's breakfast.
Break fast.
I mean, yeah.
for my woke brothers. Break fast.
So after you go to sleep, and you wake up and you do your evening fast, this is your break fast.
Yeah, that's it. You know how I go. You know the drill.
I'm with y'all.
Yeah,
I'm with y'all.
King Royce, I see you. Niggas Royce Wheeler is tapped in, man. Thank you for tuning in, big brother. I appreciate your wealth care, man. Shout out to Wealth Care University. They actually helped me get my credit together. Yeah, Royce and his program was very helpful to me, and so shout out to Royce, man. Y'all holla at him, man. And if you need to get some of that get right, he got it. And then I know King Jab actually had someone on his show on Thursday that was dealing with credit and credit repair. And let me get over here just so that somebody could be in the camera. Ain't nobody in the
Oh,
shot
ain't
right now.
nobody in the
Yeah,
camera
none of
like
us in
that.
the shot
Well,
right
I'm
now.
kind of, you get like a side shot of me. You get like a little,
Trying to get around here a little
you
bit.
getting a little something to everybody.
Little something. Yeah. But they can say, okay, these are not. It's not just you. The voice, Lord. It's not the.
It's just not the voice,
It's not the
Lord.
voice, Lord. Okay, there we go. That look a little bit better. Just a wee bit better.
So how was your weekend? What did you do?
Uneventful actually. Let me see. What did I do? Go so quick.
It does.
Spent most of the day working Saturday actually. So I drove around the district. Um, really just making observations, seeing who I can bump into, people I can talk to. Um, what else? And then I did an interview on a radio program, on a internet program, the Closing the Gap broadcast, which was very, very inspiring, and I was happy about that.
Okay.
Brother James Muhammad, Brother Chad Muhammad, and Sister Starla, she's the managing editor of the Final Call newspaper, and Brother Chad is the student minister in Tampa.
Okay.
And then Brother James is the brother who introduced me, I'd say, to Islam. I actually accepted Islam in his living room.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So this
That's powerful.
26 years ago, and so to be on a program with him, Closing the Gap Broadcast Network, y'all can check it out. But yeah, so I participated in that interview, that conversation, and I was invited during this wise use of social media workshop that they did on Wednesday. Actually, it was called the wise use of mass media. And Mr. Edmond and we went over to Tampa and we participated in a panel discussion around the wise use of mass media that was being held by Brother Chad and, the Tampa study group. I mean, actually Muhammad's Mosque number 47. And so during that, conversation, I was invited to come over to the, and participate in the radio, in their broadcast program. And so I was able to do that. And then yesterday, just spent time with my family. Just kind of hung out with the family around the house. Didn't do really much.
Okay.
Had my grandson and one of my great nephews, and so we just kind of hung out yesterday. But again, it was kind of uneventful. Nothing real major happening. So yeah, it was a good weekend.
All right.
Yeah, it was good stuff.
Good stuff. And the weather's been pretty nice.
Yeah, it has been. It ain't been as hot as as it's usually you've been. it ain't been Floridering as much as Florida, because Florida been Floridering over the summer, man. It was ridiculous over the summer, and so to get a little bit of relief was definitely welcomed, and I think it's changing. Something's in the air.
It is like it's something. So now it's making me wonder.
Okay.
And a little worried. Are we gonna have a cold winter?
Ooh, I hope not.
Me too. Keep that.
Yeah, I don't really mess with the cold like that. So
even though you can wear cute stuff, like you can
you
can put on clothes, you can get layered, all this other stuff.
Yeah.
No, I wear
you like that part of it?
I don't know sometimes, but I wear sandals.
Okay.
Like
even when it's cold,
I wear sandals almost 365 days.
Right now.
You're cringing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wear flip flops or like a slide almost every day of my life. I have sneakers, I have heels, and when I put them on, my feet feels like they can't breathe.
Your feet in jail?
Yes, they do. Like it be like, why? Why are you doing this to me?
Let your feet be free. Yeah.
Yes.
You know what? I never consciously thought about it, but you're right. Like I don't see you with closed toe shoes on a lot. Yeah,
not often. They're easy. Like you just slip on and go.
That's true. No, I hear that. I want to give a shout out to the 99 Jams family, 99 Jams the Berg. So shout out to Don J, Tony Charles, Sister Hughes, Super Dave with the old school flavor show, man. Legal Talk with Michelle T. Fanger. Haitian Radio with Dr. Morency. We got DJ Iron Lion, Danny D, Sniper, R1, Z-Man, Franco Silva on the Latin side, Pastor Sykes with What's at Stake, Adrian West, if it ain't one thing, it's another. Also, King Jab, the voice of the people, and the entire 99 Jams family, man. We appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all tap in. You can go to 99jamstheberg.com and listen live. You can also download the TuneIn radio app, and you can listen anywhere on the planet that has internet. And
there you go.
And tap in, man. Also, 49th Street Business District. Before we get too far, I want to I'm excited about that. That's tonight. So we had to postpone the original meeting that we were having to do our strategic visioning session. That was scheduled for that Monday of the hurricane, that the hurricane Idalia came. And so we had to move it, and the date we moved it to is this evening. And so y'all come out, man, 1617 49th Street South. That's the Gulfport Neighborhood Center. And we're going to be in there talking about, our vision for 49th Street. I know a lot of times with the way that these things happen, we usually get on the bus a little late, or we standing at the bus stop and the bus has passed us by already. And we want to make sure that you'll have an opportunity to tap in early and tap in often. And so this is our third meeting in a series of meetings to establish the district. First, we had our interest meeting to see if, this was something that people wanted to do. Overwhelmingly, people said yes, they wanted to do it. So we had a second meeting where we actually voted to establish the district. And so tonight is our third meeting. It's about 35 to 40 businesses that have been engaging with us in this process. And we're looking to do some strategic visioning and talk about, what we'd like to see, what our priorities should be as a district, and continue to talk about resources and opportunities that are available. And so tonight at 6:00, man, y'all come out to the Gulfport Neighborhood Center and join us for this strategic visioning session for 49th Street. It's going to be amazing.
All right. And then good morning, Mama Blue. Happy belated birthday. Shayna, I missed you this weekend. She say, happy Monday, my peeps.
Happy Monday, y'all. Yeah, it is a motivational Monday. We got some, we're going to do.
Oh, it's a career fair.
Career fair? When?
It's not today? Career. It's the PCT. Is it P?
PTC.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because Friday was Kaisha Robinson was in the building.
Is it today or tomorrow?
It's tomorrow.
Tomorrow, 5:30 to 7.
Yeah, at Nellis Technical College.
Yes.
We don't say P-Tech no more. I mean, unless you're from here. We from here, so.
Your mama named you Cassius Clay.
That's what I'm gonna call you, Clay.
Yes.
Right.
You was P-Tech. So whenever I talk about it, other than on the air, you're gonna be P-Tech.
Yeah. So you know what I'm talking about. Nellis Technical College. Yeah, it used to be Votech. I remember growing up, it was Votech. Remember the Votech?
I remember the Votech, and then it changed to P-Tech.
P-Tech, and now it's Pinellas Technical College.
Don't change our name no more.
Put some respect on it.
You heard me? Don't change our name no more now.
No more ever.
No more.
But they done an open house, and you have an opportunity to meet the professors and the teachers of the programs and really find out, all things Pinellas Technical College.
And they have over 60 classes that they're teaching.
I didn't realize there was so many.
So they have a St. Pete campus, and then they have a Clearwater campus.
Yes. Yeah.
And so you, in between the campuses, you can find something that you need.
Yep.
Typically all the way from culinary arts, barbering, cosmetology.
Yeah, I heard her talk about nail techs.
So the nail techs will be there. You might get your nails done. They're gonna supply food from the culinary art program.
They had some good food, so I met with them. I met with them, and they rolled it out for me. So I was doing this back to school tour. Remember, I was going to schools. Well,
don't you feel like a celebrity?
I kind of do sometimes. They make depending on where I go. Sometimes I feel like a celebrity, and sometimes I don't. But Academy Prep made me feel like a celebrity. They had my name on the billboard. Welcome council member. And then some other schools was like, oh yeah, that's right. We forgot oh yeah, that's right. We meet with you today.
Yeah.
But
dang, that's how you feel about me.
Right, you forgot. I did get it's not today, it's next week.
Okay.
Okay, so I got that. But it's all good. I'm cool either way. But at Pinellas Technical College, I met with their administrative team, and we met in the bistro, which is like the little cafe where we did a lot of our organizing around the New Deal for St. Pete. And they had it set up, man, and they brought out like 2.5 course meal. Like they brought a nice little, bowl of soup for me. Then they brought out like the chicken and the like. I was.
Oh, so you had like a 6-course, 4-course meal
It was,
that
it
was
was a
already
couple.
kind of like.
Yeah, it was ready. They did me right when I went there. I'm talking about the chef, and that's why to your point about the culinary program, like they fed me good, and it was the head chef who teaches the class, as well as the students who prepared the food, and it was amazing, man. So I had a great time over there.
Mm-hmm.
Also this week, the inaugural Supplier Diversity Day is happening,
Okay.
and supplier diversity. So some of the work that we did around the structural racism study ran parallel with this procurement disparity study. And basically, the study shows that there's a disparity in who we do business with as a city. And so a lot of the minority businesses, black businesses, women owned businesses were not getting contracts from the city of St. Petersburg.
Mm-hmm.
And so that led to the creation of the Office of Supplier Diversity. And this week on the 4th, I think that's Wednesday at 10, from 10 to 3 at the Coliseum, there's going to be an inaugural Supplier Diversity Day. And so if you want to do business with the city of St. Petersburg, there's an opportunity for you to come out and see what the opportunities are and find out what you got to do, what paperwork you need, what, portals you need to log into, and,
Mm-hmm.
how you can actually get registered to do business with the city. Because when I look at the agenda, when we pass in the agenda, there's an agenda called the consent agenda.
Mm-hmm.
And on that consent agenda is where a lot of the procurement stuff happens. And it's, hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars every week that's coming through that agenda, going to different vendors throughout the city and around the state. And we need to get y'all on that list, man, so that you can start taking advantage of some of these opportunities that's coming through. And so come out to the inaugural Supplier Diversity Day. That's
Mm-hmm.
October 4th. Again, I want to say Wednesday at from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. So basically all day they're going to be at the Coliseum, man. So y'all pull up and get that info. You dig?
I dig.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
dig.
yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
and you
yeah.
know what? Okay, so Friday.
Mm-hmm.
I do have Instagram, but my peeps are typically on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even gonna lie.
We old.
Yes, yeah. I need to figure this
They say
out.
they say old people on Facebook.
Well,
That's
uh,
what the young people say.
okay.
Yeah.
My season 28
Okay.
is on Facebook.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mark hasn't still given it back.
Oh yeah, you
I'm
still
still locked out.
so you can see things but you can't post?
So because nobody hacked my page.
Okay.
I'm just completely locked out.
So you when you go to Facebook, how do you go to Facebook?
I go from Cheyenne page.
Okay. Okay, because you on there, but not like as yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I was wondering about that. Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
I can see,
But you can't like log in. You can't post. Yeah,
nothing.
and you locked out. You just basically locked out. It's like you lost your keys.
Yes, and I
Okay.
can't get the key back.
Okay.
And so they keep on trying to give me a key that don't work.
Oh, okay, okay. I hear that.
So like they approve me. They keep on saying you could get back in your account, but it's the wrong account that they're like letting me in. It's two Qiana Horsleys,
Okay. Are they
right?
both you?
I assume they're both me, right? One has no picture and one has a picture. They're letting me into the one that's been locked down since 2011.
Maybe might be time to bring it back.
No, that one really never even existed. I
Okay.
don't even know, like, but anyway,
Like
so
what you might have to like rebuild. Yeah, you gotta start from
I guess, but
start from the
the
bottom.
whole
Now you
point
here.
is what I'm saying is this Friday
Mm,
makes 1 year for he say she say.
mm. Wow.
It's my 1 year anniversary
Of
for
doing
he.
he say she say.
Yes.
Wow. Wow. That's amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah. And is it this Friday?
Mm-hmm.
The first Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I haven't been able to promote.
It's been a whole year already.
Yes.
Oh, man, yeah, this clock is ticking time. I ain't
It
waiting
don't
for
stop for
nobody.
nobody.
Tweet, what up? Yeah, it's really moving. I was about to say too fast, but it's a steady clip. We just got to keep
I
up.
don't know. I just want this. So
Yeah,
I want the rest of the year to go out like amazing, like with a bang, like boom, wow.
Yeah, so I mean, it is the first week of like the new fiscal year.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on how you do your books and do your thing. So we approved the budget last week too. That was and so today is, like technically the first day of the fiscal year. So you got that happening. It's the new month. So, renew them goals, man, and try and do things. And like you said, first Friday is this Friday. So y'all can come out and check out
He say, she say,
he
like,
say,
yeah,
she
come on
say,
out.
he say, she say.
I think I want to invite like all my old guests, the
Okay.
co-hosts,
The
to come
co-host,
out
that would be nice.
to just see what it is. Yeah, but it kind of threw me off with no social media.
Oh yeah, because you can't really promote it, right?
Right. So I gotta be
Okay.
creative and try to get my peeps on out of there.
You might have to start over, Qiana.
Oh, stop it.
You might have to
I
start
mean,
over.
sometimes it's okay to rebuild.
Yeah, it's all right. I mean, you got a legitimate reason on why you got to rebuild, so you can see who rocking with you for real. Because I got a bunch of friends, but I don't see all their stuff. What's up with that?
So it's the algorithm on Facebook.
Okay.
So it's new. You used to be able to see all the people that's you do interaction with.
Mm-hmm.
But now if you post and like if people look at it and go by it and don't like it or interact, then they pull it back even further.
So if you see it and you don't react to it,
Facebook then
say that they don't want to see it.
Right. And so then nobody kind of sees it. Wow. So somebody
Man, y'all like my stuff.
Yeah, you got to, because at this point, if you don't like it, if nobody don't really like it, Facebook just don't put it into the rotation of things.
Oh wow. And then here's the question that I've always had too about Facebook. The people you may know, how do they decide that you might know these people?
So what I'm thinking is that y'all have mutual friends.
Okay.
Or if people pop up, usually it's because they may have looked at your page.
Okay. That's what my wife say too.
Yeah. Like if they went and looked at your page for some reason, then it may pop up at the bottom of people you may know. It's like a telltale sign.
Like okay, so when you see people you may know, that means somebody was checking for you a little bit?
It could be.
Possibly.
It's a possibility. Or what happens is people are nosy. So like if you comment on something and you know how like people be reading the comment and they trying to see who you are and they click on you.
Okay.
And then be like, oh, that's who said that. And then go back to the page. Go back to the post.
Shayna said algorithms through mutual friends and page watching.
Yes.
Yeah. No, that's the truth. Okay. I see it. I see what you did there. So I was watching this was a part of really last week. And a little bit of I finished it this weekend. There's this Netflix, I would call it a documentary, I guess, called Coded Bias.
Okay.
And it talks about the algorithms and like the bias that comes with facial recognition. And there was a sister who she's in tech. Shout out to 22nd in Tech tweeting y'all. Appreciate y'all. But she's like in tech and she was doing this facial recognition thing and it wouldn't recognize her face. And so she was trying to figure out, like, every time she went, to this one particular platform, why it wouldn't recognize her face.
They didn't want you there?
No, it was the algorithm. Because when they programmed and they taught this machine how to recognize faces, the faces they used was white men. And so if you weren't a white man, the computer didn't recognize your white man. It didn't recognize your face because it wasn't taught to recognize faces other than the faces of white men.
Because they didn't want none there. And they only wanted white men.
That's the conclusion that you drawn. Okay.
If you only program white men, that's only people that you're trying to attract.
It's coded bias is what they call it. And they talked about how if you had lighter faces, they were more recognizable. And it was like an Amazon algorithm. And the trouble that they had with it, they said, was that in some cases they had been using these algorithms like in criminal justice cases and the
views expressed.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I was thinking that. Thank you, Shayna, for clarifying that. But yeah, it was really interesting to me how with this AI, it does what it's taught to do, right? And so they said that I'm trying to think of who the they was in this instance. It might have been Microsoft. They also had a problem with their AI where they put it out there. to basically, what were they using it for? I just got distracted and lost that thought. I'm gonna blame it on the algorithm. They don't want me to say that. but it was like Microsoft had a problem with their facial recognition and their AI as well, because again, that's what it was. They put a bot, I think they called it Tay, right? And they put Tay on Twitter. And they said after 16 hours of Tay being on Twitter, Tay became patently racist, because they were teaching this algorithm, because they're using the data, they engaging with Tay, and so Tay is responding to the comments, and they said after 16 hours, the AI was expressing racist views.
I can believe it.
Yeah, because it was doing what it was taught to do.
And this is that's the problem that I have with AI.
Okay.
Is that is only as smart as its developer.
Yeah.
And then you take on the personality of your developer as well.
Hold on, it's coded bias is what it's called. Shayna asked what's the name of it.
Okay. Yeah.
Coded bias. Yeah. But yeah, it does take on like the personality of the person that's developing it, because you're teaching it, how to respond and how to react, and engage. And that's what they were doing. And so she said that the only way that it would recognize her face at first was she had to put on a white mask. And when she put a white mask on, it was able to detect that there was a person on the other side of the camera and recognize their face.
That's crazy.
It is. It's we're in the future though. That's kind
of. But I mean, honestly, if you want to look at it, it mimics life.
It does. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's an enhancement of who we are. And so, yeah, y'all, it's our Motivational Monday. Do you have
a would you rather?
Yeah, you got one of those.
I do have a would you rather, right?
Okay.
I had a few would you rathers, and then I was trying to figure out which one I wanted to do, and then I left the one that I wanted, and now I can't.
So you do, but you gotta find the one.
I gotta find the one that. Go ahead, you read whatever. And then
no, why you looking for that? Why you finding that one? I just wanted to let you know that when we talk about this week in history, so yesterday was National Hair Day. All right, and so National Hair Day is observed on October 1st, and it's a day to celebrate and appreciate all aspects of hair, from different hairstyles and colors to hair care and self-expression. So whether you're passionate about hair or simply want to try a new hairstyle, National Hair Day is a fun occasion to embrace hair in all of its forms. What's the craziest thing you ever did with your hair?
I done did so much with my hair.
Craziest though? What was like the wildest? What you looked and you was like, wow, that's wild.
I don't know.
Any color?
I done been blue, blonde. I wore red, orange.
How you feel about the blue?
I like the blue.
How about the blonde?
I like the blonde.
Red too?
Yes. Okay. I like them all. I like the blue. The blue was a blue purple.
Okay. Was it your idea?
Not the blue purple. My cousin Jermaine was like, "Let me color your haircut." That's usually kind of like how it goes. And I'm like, okay, like I have this thing with hair, right? I love my hair, but I feel like it's just hair too.
Okay.
So let me like knock on wood, because like if I didn't have my hair, I probably feel like really. Yeah. So let me say that. So I'll cut my hair at any given moment. Like I just did, like I didn't do a huge chop this last time, but like 2.5, 3 inches or so of it that I just chopped off.
Right.
Somewhere around there. But like I went to Tony and I was like,
this recently, or was this like when you did the big chop?
When I did the big chop, but I've done the big chop a couple of times. But Tony, I was like, yo, I want to cut my hair. So you know how like you want to change your life? You have like a midlife crisis.
And this is the moment, yeah. This is gonna symbolize.
I'm done with this.
Yeah.
So I'm cutting off my hair. I did it thinking that it was gonna like symbolize be the big change.
Okay.
It wasn't. It was only my hair.
It was just hair at the end of the day. Like you still you up under that scalp.
But I will tell you, after I looked at it, I seen like some of the blonde mohawkish look I didn't really care for, but I rocked it. People
Okay.
liked it. You know how like you go back and look at your hairstyles and be like, ooh.
What was I thinking?
Yeah, but it was the times.
Okay.
You know
Okay.
how like the times.
Like that's what we doing right now. Yeah. That's what we
Yeah.
are.
Have you ever done anything crazy with your hair?
I had dreadlocks one time.
Really?
Yeah. They didn't last long though. I mean, they probably got to about 3 or 4 inches long, and it was just on the top. This was like in the 90s. I think that was kind of the craziest thing. I had like a little fro, and then afterwards, my sister, she did it up for me, got it twisted up for me, and yeah, I had like some. My granny used to call them pickaninnies. So you got them pickaninnies in your head. She hated it, but you know that was one of them things.
So you know what I did do?
That's exactly right, Shayna.
Shayna, anybody else? So you know what I did? Cut somebody else's dreads. And that was the best thing. Like he had the ugliest dreads I've ever seen in my life.
So you talked him into it?
I kind of bullied him. I guess I am kind of a bully.
Soft press. That's what,
that's really what happened.
That's what
my mom say I am too. So I don't know. Maybe it might be some truth in it.
You bullied him into cutting his hair?
Well, I took him to college.
Okay.
Took him to college, and I'm like, yo, like new start, you need to get rid of this. Right.
Okay.
And so I was like, we had been kind of talking about it, right?
Right.
And then he was like hesitant.
Okay. Okay.
So I was like, listen.
Yeah.
He was like, well, I guess. All he had to do is say yes. I just took the scissors and started cutting. Like he didn't even have time to do, but I will tell you this, he's never grown them back again.
Okay.
This was a new start. Like he didn't know what he was getting himself into.
So he was happy about it afterwards.
Afterwards.
Okay, reluctant at first, but
very like I know, because you know your hair is like
yeah.
It's your crown.
That's it. Yeah.
So you know people really buy into their hair. People spend millions of dollars with
it's $1 billion industry,
right? Yeah. And so like to cut it, but he haven't grown back, and this been 10 years ago. Now he's married, got the love of his life, whole 9 yards. Women start. I'm like, no, they have to go.
Oh wow, that is kind of soft press. And so so October 1st is National Hair Day. Do something with your hair. Also October 1st, that was the day that the first ever CD player was introduced, making it a significant milestone in the music industry. So before CD players, music was primarily distributed on cassette tapes. Y'all remember them tapes, which often suffered from issues like the tape getting stuck and the background static noise. I kind of like the background static. Now, CDs revolutionized the music experience by providing high quality sound and eliminating those problems. These discs stored data in a spiral format and could be used to store various types of data, not just music. As a result, they replaced the audio cassettes and floppy disks for data storage, offering greater speed, durability, and storage capacity. The introduction of CD players transformed how music was consumed and paved the way for the digital age. You remember your first CD player?
I'm trying to think. Because you know you used to have the pocket CD players that you can carry with you and have your headset.
Yep, I remember.
So I think
I remember my homeboy Peanut. Shout out to Peanut, man. Xavier Wilson. Shayna say, do they still make them? I think they do. I bought a boom box. I got a CD player and a tape cassette. I got a little box with the CD player on the top and tape cassette, because when I was like cleaning up doing spring cleaning, I found a bunch of old CDs and a bunch of cassette tapes, and I said I'm actually going to try and listen to them.
So I don't have no cassette tapes, but I have
a bunch of tapes.
So remember with the CDs, remember you used to have the CD book?
Yep.
I still have mine.
Still got your CD book.
And so mine was in order.
Okay.
Like I had, so y'all know I love music.
Okay.
So alphabetical order with the CD cover.
Okay.
And then the CD slipped right in there.
In the book. Okay.
Yeah, in the book. So yes.
Oh,
so I have like all Boys to Men, Brian, like it goes all the way up. I even got like Luciano. Some of like I don't even think like they even work anymore, because you know like the heat
from being in the book you got a Luciano CD? I
have a Luciano CD.
That's a classic. It might be worth something.
It may be.
It might be, yeah.
You know, so I have, so.
Yep, so CDs, October 1st, 1982. Didn't realize it was that long ago.
Wow.
Yeah. I think they started like getting popular and
so this is things that like the kid, but you know what, everything kind of
early 90s.
recycle itself. Because you see, like, records are now coming back in style. Like, people are really out here buying record players, right, to play their record, right. So CDs might come back. I don't see tapes coming back.
I don't see tapes coming back either. But the nostalgia of a tape.
So what would it? So in your childhood, that like, what is something that we'll probably never see again? Like pagers.
Yeah, pagers are done.
I don't think people.
8-tracks are done. What else? It's some technology that just. Oh, I saw that Netflix actually sent out their last DVD this weekend. Or maybe this weekend or one day last week, because Netflix started out as a
that's
DVD
how they
mail service.
Because who would have thought that there would be no Blockbuster?
Right. Nobody thought.
Everybody had your Blockbuster card. You was waiting on Friday for the new releases, and you was hoping that you got there before everybody else got it.
Yeah. And was another spot though. I don't know if you remember Ewing Video. So Blockbuster was like the national chain, but then like it used to be a place called Ewing right there on 9th Avenue North.
I don't know Ewing.
Yeah, 9th Avenue North. I used to go to Ewing and check them out, because you didn't have to worry about like them not having stuff, because it was like a little small, almost like a mom and pop video store, and you can go in there and get what you needed from them as well. Blockbuster used to be packed. That's right. And out of everything. Yeah. So I used to hit up Ewing, and they had like a little membership to little cars, and they punch your card every time. And you get like a free rental after you do it. But yeah, so DVDs kind of on their way. I don't know if people still buying DVDs.
Probably not.
Because I know we had a nice little DVD collection.
I still got some DVDs too. Now I do have.
I just got rid of a bunch of DVDs.
I have some VCR tapes.
I got VCR tapes too.
I got some VCR
I got a VCR
tapes.
player.
I think we got one too. I don't know if it's plugged up.
I was about to say it ain't.
I don't think it's plugged up, but we definitely have one.
Yeah, technology.
He's erased a lot of stuff.
It continues to grow and evolve, man. And that's like when when you talk about older people, that's one of the ways you get old is by not embracing technology. It's like I can't work this cell phone.
You got to.
Yeah, come on.
You got to move on. Okay, so you know what? Would you rather, really quick?
Okay.
Would you rather be in the history books for something terrible?
Okay.
Or be forgotten completely after you die?
In the history books for something terrible, or forgotten after I die? By everybody?
By everybody. Everybody.
I don't know.
Be completely
remember for something terrible or forgotten?
Completely forgotten about.
That's a tough one, man.
I know.
That's a tough question, and it shouldn't be. Why is that so tough?
Because nobody wants to be forgotten.
Yeah, but nobody want to be remembered for nothing terrible either.
They don't. Most people, terrible people don't care.
Like you want to, yeah, but if you're not a terrible person, then that thing that you don't want to.
Shayna say something terrible for me.
Remember for something terrible?
For something terrible for 1,000, Alex.
So remembered for something terrible. I'm gonna put this in here for y'all, so y'all can help me out. Well, you go.
Or be forgotten about completely. It's 8:00, so we're gonna bring that back up. Think about it.
Yeah.
Tag a friend, tell a friend, let them know we will be right back 7 minutes after the hour.
What back?
Right back.
Right back.
Right
We're gonna be right back.
Yeah.
Right back. Y'all stick around.
This is the BBC World Service, the world's radio station.
You're listening to The Newsroom with me, Charlotte Gallagher. Coming up.
We don't feel that the U.S. fort has been shattered. The United States understands that what is at stake is much bigger than...
Hello, friends and neighbors of District 7 and the greater St. Petersburg community. Welcome to the District 7 newsletter. Today is 7/7/23, and we would like to take a few moments to review some of the achievements of our representative on the City Council, Brother John Mahamet. Over the past 9 months, Council Member Mohammed has worked diligently to uplift and support residents of our district by advocating for small businesses, addressing social justice issues, fostering community engagement, and so much more.
In this brief video presentation, we will share with you some of the work that is being done to build a stronger, more prosperous, and inclusive district.
But he can't do it alone. He needs your help. There are many ways you can get involved and make a difference right here in our community. So, if you haven't already, I encourage you to take the District 7 survey and subscribe to our newsletter at www.d7speaks.com.
By subscribing, you'll be the first to know about upcoming events, initiatives, and opportunities to get involved. Together, we can continue to build a stronger, more inclusive District 7. And once again, we would like to thank you for your dedication to our community and taking a few moments to review a little bit of the work being done to create a brighter future for District 7.
Let us begin by highlighting Council Member Mohammed's commitment to supporting small businesses and promoting economic development. During Small Business Week, Brother John stood alongside Mayor Ken Welch, Council Chair Brandy Gabbard, and other members of the council, as well as city staff, to announce the allocation of $1.35 million to support small businesses in South St. Pete. Council Member Mohammed was also blessed to read a proclamation declaring Small Business Week during the launch of the Microfund Grant Program, which provides financial assistance to local entrepreneurs. Through these initiatives, we aim to foster economic growth and sustainability within our district.
Brother John also took time to meet with small business owners in our district, including a stop at the Tasty Treat Cafe, and participating in the ribbon-cutting ceremony of Sid's and the Catalyst on the Deuces. These establishments mark the opening of new spaces for meeting, collaboration, and contribute to the economic development of our district.
Recognizing the importance of a thriving business community, Council Member Mohammed is actively working with local business owners to organize the 49th Street Business Association. This initiative aims to unite local entrepreneurs, encourage collaboration, and support economic growth and development along the corridor.
Moving on to community engagement and outreach, Council Member Mohammed has been actively participating in neighborhood association meetings, providing opportunities for residents to voice their concerns, share ideas, and work together towards community improvement.
He has also held several one-on-one meetings with constituents on various topics, in addition to hosting 2 town hall gatherings to ensure their voices are heard and their concerns are addressed effectively. This direct engagement with the community allows him to understand the needs of our district and work with others to find the best solutions.
Council Member Mohammed has also recognized the outstanding contributions of individuals through the Sunshine Ambassador Awards. These awards celebrate those who are making a positive impact in our community and inspiring others to follow in their footsteps.
In addition, he actively participated in outreach efforts with the Urban Affairs Department, is co-hosting regular community canvases and cookouts, while also attending community events to engage with residents, listen to their concerns, and work towards finding solutions that positively impact our community.
Council Member Mohammed is also a consistent advocate for social justice and community support. He recently attended the Florida for All Unity March and Rally, advocating for equality, justice, and the well-being of all residents. He attended the St. Pete Pride Parade with his family and participated in a flag-raising ceremony, while promoting inclusivity and celebrating diversity.
Council Member Mohammed has actively participated in Juneteenth celebrations, mural reveal, flag-raising ceremonies, and other events commemorating the emancipation of enslaved individuals and highlighting the significance of African American history and culture.
Addressing the critical issue of mental health, he served as a panelist and has been a strong advocate for raising awareness and advocating for improved resources and support systems within our community.
Moreover, Council Member Mohammed contributed to the State of Black St. Pete panel discussion, addressing the challenges, achievements, and future prospects of the Black community in our district. Council Member Mohammed's commitment to interfaith dialogue, cultural understanding, and unity is exemplified by his participation in the 5th annual Iftar Dinner, the budding Black and Jewish community cohort, regularly meeting with faith leaders, and attending church services in the district, all while promoting peace, harmony, and mutual respect within our diverse community.
Education and youth empowerment are also at the forefront of Council Member Mohammed's agenda. He has visited schools within our district, engaging with principals to discuss challenges, opportunities, and ways to enhance educational outcomes for our students.
Council Member Muhammad delivered the opening address at the St. Pete Strong Youth Conference, empowering young individuals and inspiring them to become leaders and positive agents of change. He also arranged a tour and shared words of encouragement to a youth group in the council chambers.
At the Keys to Manhood workshop, he delivered a keynote address emphasizing the importance of mentorship, personal growth, and character development among young men.
Recognizing the importance of education and opportunities for underrepresented populations in certain industries, Council Member Muhammad participated in the Friends of Albert Whitted Airport Youth Scholarship presentation, which provided deserving students with resources needed to explore careers in aviation.
Council Member Muhammad's legislative advocacy.
4 hours and all time.
Hello.
Who that say that we ain't bad? Who that?
Who that?
Who that say that we ain't bad? Who that? Welcome back to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I'm your brother John.
This is Qiana.
And this program is being brought to you as part of the New Image Project of the Community Development and Training Center, aka See That.
See That.
And we'd like to thank y'all for tuning in, helping us to redefine what's cool. Because
smart
is
the new
gangsta.
Baby. Okay, so before we went on break, the would you rather?
Yes, Lord.
Be remembered for in the history books for doing something terrible or forgotten about completely after you die.
Yeah, I think I landed with just remember me for something terrible. And
could you
as Shayna said, your terrible might not be my terrible.
Right. I'm just that is true. Because okay, so we think what Donald Trump did was terrible, right?
Okay.
But Donald Trump don't really think he's doing nothing terrible.
Yeah.
Right. So
the savior of the world, yeah.
Yeah.
So your terrible might not be So by being remembered for something terrible, you can let the people decide on what that terrible is. But if you've forgotten altogether, then nobody knows.
Just think it's as soon as you die, all the pictures, everybody memory just starts erasing you. The pictures that you was with, and then as ghost, you come back, you be like, hey, it's me.
You be like, who is you?
Who is you? And then you go look, you go to your house as a spirit, and you see none of your pictures there. They just completely disappear. Your wife is just there.
Just
forgot with no picture. And then she totally just living life and never even that hurt.
I read about a quote that they said you die twice. And they said the first time is when you die physically, and the second time is the last time somebody says your name. So the last time anybody says your name, that's the second time you die.
But hopefully you never have to die that second time.
Yeah.
Because your name just kind of...
Because you'll be remembered. Yeah. That's what I see. That's how I see eternal life, right? If you live your life right and according to principles, when you attach your life to those principles, as long as those principles live, then you live too.
But you know what, dear? So when we talk, so everybody kind of lives forever. Because at the point, somebody always gonna speak of them. As long as you have touched negative or in a positive way.
Yeah. So it's the memory that keeps you alive.
It's definitely the memory that keeps you alive. So that's the one thing that people can't.
Terrible then in that way. I'll never die.
Right. I think so I hate that we're all in agreement with this, but I think I'm gonna be a little terrible out here. And then with a sprinkle of goodness, maybe. Because sometimes good people do bad things.
Yeah, that's true.
So if I did something terrible, if I can make the rules, just know my intentions were good.
Okay, so put that as a footnote. To the history.
My intentions were good, but the turnout ended up being terrible.
Wow. Yeah, no, I hear that.
But I would hate for the impact because you live your life, and I'm when I pass away, I want people to remember me. Okay, she did this, she did that. It was something of value and worth. That it made people smile. Yeah. You know what I mean? You left your imprint and people was pleased to know you.
Yeah, I have that aspiration as well. You want to be remembered for the impact that you have and the good that you do. So that's what made it tough to answer. because you want to be remembered for like the good that you try to do in your life and the way you try and help out and contribute and all of that stuff.
So think about it. It's like you want to do. So remember me is like Robin Hood.
Okay. Something terrible, right?
Because he did something terrible.
Yeah. And I mean, I guess one person's Boston Tea Party is another person's riot.
Yes.
Right? They call it the Boston Tea Party, but across the pond, they say it was a riot. And they were burning and looting, those ships. But they said, no, it's the Tea Party. It's the revolution. So
join the conversation. 727-637-2416. Remember for something terrible?
Yeah.
Or be completely forgotten about after you die. That's just hurting to my soul. Just thinking about it.
Just thinking about it.
Just thinking about it. As soon as you die, like everything just erased.
Just gone. Yeah. Your whole existence
is. Yeah.
For naught.
It would be terrible.
It's for naught. So because it's Motivational Monday, I got some questions.
Okay, let's go.
And we can and y'all join the conversation for Motivational Monday, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have, or would you be willing to share, is there an inspirational quote or mantra that gives you, that guides you like through the week? Like, is there something that like, is there a particular quote or is there a particular mantra or is there something that you do to kind of prep yourself and get ready for, the days or the weeks?
Of the days. So, because I don't want, it's something that I came up with, right?
Okay.
And I had it like all over my walls and Qiana, and we kind of live by the you plus passion times hard work. Because I got it written down.
No, that's
because I don't want to like screw it up. And even though you know how like you put me on the spot, but I say it all the time.
No, I'm sorry about that. I didn't mean to put you on the spot, but it is Motivational Monday. So if y'all want to call in and let us know what motivates you, how do you get yourself together? Do you have an inspirational quote? Something that guides you, you can put it in the chat, something that you use to help navigate and prepare yourself for the week. Oh, there we go. Comedian Damian Davis in the building. And Mama Blue say, I have two: walk by faith, not by sight. And I'm trying to get to this other one.
Make the minutes count.
Make the minutes count.
Okay.
Those are good ones.
Those
walk
are
by faith and not by sight. Yeah.
So mine's is you plus passion times hard work plus dedication minus excuses equals success.
Okay. And that's you like, is that daily or
it's actually like it's because it's on my wall.
Okay,
so I glance at it, I look at it, right.
And
I just know you plus your passion, times your hard work and dedication. Take away the excuses equal success.
That's a good
so
formula.
It's like it's a formula, and that's exactly how it's written, like a math form,
like an equation. Yeah,
it is.
I like that. I can rock with that.
Mm-hmm.
I absolutely agree with that because I have a formula that I operate by too. It's success equals results over time, right? And like literally success, and then the equals results over time. You know what I mean? And it's because your consistency, you know what I'm saying, and the results that you get will determine the success that you have over time. That's the thing that we oftentimes overlook is the desire that we have and the time that it's going to take for us to achieve it. And so just being consistent and operating.
Consistency is definitely the key with everything.
Right.
And like I say this on the I'm big on relationships. So, I talk about the 3 C's: communication, commitment, and consideration. And I remind myself that all the time, like when I get upset or because again, we talk about sometimes I can be petty. And I just need to consider other people sometimes before the pettiness come out. Because you're getting them 5,000 pennies dropped on you. If I owe you $5,000 and I think it's because I can't wait to do
bring
it.
$5,000 worth of pennies.
Wouldn't that be lovely to just drop on somebody's front yard? Like,
I mean, in these days, the pennies might be worth more than the copper in the penny might be worth more than the dollars because.
But how aggravating
would it be to have 5? I saw something like that.
I want to do it.
I saw a guy pay somebody back in pennies. He had a wheelbarrow and he put I forgot what the amount was, but he put it all in a wheelbarrow and took the wheelbarrow full of pennies.
I think that's how this whole conversation is. But I'm not.
Debt, yeah.
But I'm not. No, I'm not even. So I'm gonna get the 5,000 pennies, and I'm taking them out of the packaging. Like they not even rolled.
Just loose change.
Just loose change.
$5,000 worth of loose change. That's a bad debt. But they didn't give it to you. It wasn't pennies when they gave it to you. I don't care. That ain't right though.
Life ain't right. You can't make.
That's like when they say them funky $20. Well, it wasn't funky when I gave it to you.
Right. And so
what make you want to? I ain't give you $5,000 worth of pennies. Like, why would you do that?
You said you want it all back at the same time.
Man, come on, Qiana, you can't do that.
Maybe it was a bet, and I lost the bet.
So
you didn't.
So we'll never bet again.
That's fine.
All right. So. So when you're facing challenges and you need a little motivation, what's your go-to? Like, do you have a song or a scripture or something, like when you kind of in a moment and you need a minute of inspiration or motivation? Do you have something that you?
So it depends on my mood because I listen to different music. So it depends on like how gangsta I want to be.
Okay.
Because you can
just
listen.
Run the playlist.
I'm going in there.
Top of mind. First thing, flash answer. What's the first thing? First song that comes to your mind?
The first song that I'm rocking with right now is K-Camp, Spin the Block.
Okay, yeah, you said that. You said you've been with K-Camp for about a month or
so K-Camp been spinning the block in my
I gotta listen to that song. just for kicks. I want to hear what.
And this ain't even like motivation. It's just that's what I like. It just
is it the vibe.
It's the vibe. It's the beat. It's just like boom.
Get you moving.
Oh,
spin the block.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Let me see what else because it'd be really weird. Like it'd be the weirdest stuff that will motivate me. That I listen to. I like Neo's song. Don't Love Me. It's kind of like I feel like he kind of took responsibility, but didn't. And it's kind of, but if you look at the Good Morning, so yeah, like he went through this divorce, and in this song, he's telling his ex-wife, it's like, I know you'll take me back,
okay,
but don't do it.
Oh,
like he was like, I want you to be the best, and like as much as I love you, I know I'm not gonna love you properly.
Okay.
And he was like the confident person that you was, I know I tore that down. And he was like, so when you thinking about taking me back, because I know you will make this mistake again, remember the pain and hurt I put you through.
Wow.
Right? And he was like, don't do it. Like, so I listened to that.
Somebody stop me.
Yeah, like
because say Dreams and Nightmares by
you can't go wrong with Dreams and Nightmares.
Right.
By Meek Mills. That's always a good crunk song. What about you?
I mean, it's kind of like what you said. It depends on, the moment, the mood. So I'll tell you last Thursday, the Thursday before last, when I was at City Hall and our legislative aide, JC, came in and I asked him for something and he walked out and he said, bet that. And when he said, bet that, I was like, yeah, and this was like 8:00 in the morning. I'm getting ready to go to a committee.
Oh, and that was you. You said
bet that, and I turned on Trick Daddy, bet that. And I was that was like a moment where I just needed the vibe, right? That energy of the song. That.
And you know what? So when I'm down, which is another one
that helped me focus.
Keith Urban, country singer.
Okay.
Blue don't look good on you. Yeah, blue ain't your color.
Blue ain't your color. Okay.
Yeah, blue ain't your color.
Keith Urban, that's one. Okay.
Yeah, because it's telling like blue is pretty, but it don't look good on you. Like when you down and out. So like, yeah, I like that.
Okay.
And you know who else I like?
Who?
Sam Hunt. He's another. I got like when I say.
Yeah, because Keith Urban I kind of know, but never really listened to any of his music. And then Sam Hunt, I'm trying to think of who that is.
Because he's a country singer too, right?
Okay, yeah, you're diverse.
Yeah, I'm very diverse.
Yeah.
Take Your Time. Like he be like, yo, like I don't really wanna, like I ain't trying to get nothing serious. All I want is some of your time. Like it's a cute little song. So
Okay,
yeah.
So we're talking about you know, how you stay motivated, what music you listen to. It's Motivational Monday. So what's your song? Fancy Nancy, what's your song? Damian Davis, how you get yourself ready? Is there a song that you have before you, like, you know, go on stage, or something that you do to kind of set yourself and put yourself in a headspace of getting it done? So that was, again, a couple weeks ago. But then I listen to gospel music too. Standing in the Need of Prayer by John P. Key is one of my songs.
Yeah.
Order My Steps was another big one.
You Saw the Best in Me, Marvin Sapp.
That's another one of my songs. Yeah.
I Need You Now, by Smokey Norfolk.
Yeah.
Is in there. Like
I'll tell you too, in that appointment process, last year, the song that I had in heavy rotation was God Favored Me. That was like a big one. That was a huge song that kind of carried me through, you know, that process. Really, those three: God Favored Me, Order My Steps, and Standing in the Need of Prayer. Man,
yeah,
them was kind of
Anchor.
Yeah.
The Anchor, I gotta find it because I messed up the name.
Okay.
Another gospel song that I like. So yeah.
No, I hear that. All right. So are there any particular books or podcasts that you turn to for motivation?
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. It's Motivational Monday, y'all. We talking about what gets you
what get you out the bed,
made
you yeah. Hello, caller. Introduce yourself.
Oh, this is what comedian JB. What's going on? What's going on?
You sound like you're in a wind tunnel.
Yeah, it do.
Yeah, I'll come in, let y'all know what motivate me in the morning. It's gospel music.
Yes, sir.
That good old Fred Hammond. I heard y'all name the song. You know that the wait on the Lord. Get on, get up this morning. You know what you got to do.
All right.
Well, some of y'all know song I'm talking about. I don't know the word.
I know Fred Hammond.
They wait on the Lord. They just call wait on the Lord, man. That's what it's called.
That's the one though. You put that on and it like get you where you need to be, help you get through it, man.
Oh yeah, Yolanda Adams open up my heart.
Yeah.
It get me motivated. Then I started crying out of nowhere.
Yeah, see that's the thing too. Like you gotta like pick your poison sometimes, because if it's one of them, you know, it will have you in your thoughts.
Yeah, because all of your my songs are kind of thought provoking.
Yeah,
and so like
because it's like the funeral. When you go to the funeral, I'll be fine until the playlist start.
Yeah.
What? Ooh, what? That funeral? Don't the funeral get what?
It's the playlist though. Like
better days are coming. When I had some good days, you know.
No, that's right though. Better days are coming, man. So, David, what you got cooking, man? What's on the radar?
Oh, TV. Subscribe to TV this week. Sometimes I feel like a nut. Sometimes I don't. It's on the thing. But you know, y'all family, so y'all can get the link. Y'all ain't hit me up yet. Only one hit me up was Jabbar.
Okay, well I'm gonna hit you up. I was actually looking, and I saw it that we got to inbox you for the link because I saw the video. I'm like, well,
since I got you, are you doing anything Friday, Damon?
No, not that I know of.
So listen, it's the 1 year anniversary. He say, she say, come out. I want all my co-hosts to come out.
Okay, I'll come.
Look,
I'll come.
See how I put you on the spot? I'll send you a text message and remind you.
But it's streaming on TV this week, and Qiana, I just want to let you know I'm signing back in the Improv December 3rd. Solo Jones, headlining me and Marlon Maxwell featuring. So December 3rd, hit the flyer, be on the lookout for the tickets. But yeah, that's what I'm doing, man. Thank y'all, man, and wait on the Lord.
Wait on the
Lord. Be patient, people.
Wait on the Lord. Appreciate that. Thank you for calling, big brother.
Right.
Yeah, and it was that reminded me of a song my sister told me that she liked, and I listen to it when I think about her. I've learned to lean and depend on Jesus, and I think it's by Lee Williams, and it's another one of them go-to songs that I go to, you know, when I need a minute.
When you need
when I need a word, I need a little uplift. And
Deliver Me is another.
Oh man, Emil. Every time I hear that, when you say that,
yeah,
Emil sung that. He sung the roof off that church with that song. And that was when I went to speak at New Faith. So I'm sitting in the pulpit. I'm up there trying to keep it together. And when that young man went to singing that song, man, like just the weight of the moment, the intensity of how he was singing it, it like broke me down.
And so I like him.
I'm talking about I had to I'm like sniffling and like it wasn't just like that one Denzel tear. Like I was crying real tears. Like, oh my God.
He gonna be so mad at me, but I don't care. Yeah. So his birthday was Wednesday, right? So yeah, 2 days.
Okay.
He the 27th, I'm the 29th. So he went to South Carolina.
Okay.
He's recording. He got back in the studio. He's recording his gospel. He probably gonna be so mad at me because he probably don't even want nobody to know. Oops, that's what little sisters do.
Look for it. It's on the way. But he sung that song. You hear me? Mm-hmm. I'm talking about Deliver Me. And I don't think I had heard that song before. And now every time I hear it,
you think of him?
Even the person who sang it don't sing it like he did.
Yeah.
He sung their song like it was his song. and I'm talking about it was just amazing. So yeah, shout out to Emil for that one. Do you have a role model or a mentor who has had a significant impact on your life and your motivation? Somebody.
So it just all depends. Again, it depends on who what I'm going through. So how you get different inspirations from different people. I think everybody that I've surrounded myself around is some type of role model or mentor to me in some type of capacity.
Yeah.
And even if I don't there's times when I need something and I will go to brainstorm shop.
Okay.
And even though we're really good friends, I pull something from him, I need something from him.
Yeah.
Or I have to call my auntie.
Right.
You know what I mean? Right. And get advice from my auntie or my mama. I can't ever not call my mama.
Yeah, for motivation.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, there's different.
Yeah, different people, different times.
Yeah, that you really sit in, and there's people that I admire, how savvy they are in business. Mm-hmm. In therapy, I realized that a lot of my business is structured for men.
Okay.
Which is crazy because I operate more in the masculine role when I'm handling business.
Okay.
And so I didn't realize that, but I mimic my grandfather and how he did because he kind of taught me the business and my dad and all this other stuff. So yeah.
No, that's amazing.
What about you?
Role model, mentor, significant impact. I'm thinking how you it's people around me that motivate me.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Edmond, he definitely can light a fire under me at certain times.
Mm-hmm.
We go back and forth and we always argue about something. But it's always in love and forward progress. And so he inspires me. My wife inspires me. And I'm trying to think when I'm looking for role models and people, of course, Minister Farrakhan is one of my go-tos.
Mm-hmm.
I was actually listening to a lecture last night, The Need for Discipline, which was right on time. And it was from 1983. You know what I'm saying? But it was like spot on for where I am right now and what I'm dealing with. And so, yeah, he's definitely a role model. Being able to have, we talked about, I don't know if we talked about it on air, but Minister James, when I taught him, so Minister James, I actually accepted Islam in his living room 26 years ago. And recently, last year, he was fighting a battle with cancer.
Okay.
He had leukemia. And if you see this man, he's 75 years old, don't look a day over 55, right? Even after, going through what he went through and his testimony about how he made it through and just his confidence and his certainty that he was going to be all right. And just his boldness and his proclamation of, God's grace and mercy and the power of prayer is really inspirational to me. So Brother James is somebody who, I'm thinking recently, I've been inspired by his story, his testimony, and he had a huge impact on me, motivating me. And you know, my sister, may God be pleased with her. She was like one of my biggest cheerleaders, fans, inspiration. You know, she can always give me a word, encouragement when I let her know I want to do something. Like, she was there for me. She would support me. You know what I'm saying? And so she was definitely a source of inspiration that had a significant impact on me and my life. Yeah.
I mean, you just as you go, like I said, you just pull stuff, and I think we have a great team here.
Absolutely.
We have a great team
And
that,
if you don't know the team, you're listening to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club.
right?
And it's Motivational Monday. So we talking about, you know, just things that get you motivated, things that get you fired up.
And you know what else get me fired up too? I love to see. Okay, so y'all know I'm an advocate for Black men. Boom. But I love
I like
to
the boom.
Yeah.
It was the boom for me.
It's the boom for you. But I love to see Black women get together.
Ooh.
And like do their things, like the motive. Like, I think it's just something
that was
amazing.
your weekend too.
Yeah, like I love the camaraderie of it. I love that, like, when you can build with other Black women or just Black people in general. Like, I think it's amazing. Like, y'all know I do
Room for
even
everybody Black.
Yeah. Oh.
No,
Listen,
that's right.
but I just love to see it. You know what motivates me too? Like, I look at different events in like different cities and I want to bring it here.
Yeah, I'm like that too.
You know, like like the Black folks in Houston.
Okay.
Oh,
they doing some stuff out
what?
there?
The Black folks in Houston?
Texas.
Houston over there, Houston, Dallas. They like on a whole nother, like, Debonair, like New York, DC. You be seeing them. They be so fly and be like boom, 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 boom. And I look at it, I'm like, oh, we gotta bring this over here. Well, we gotta bring like sprinkle over here.
I hear that.
You know,
so Houston is on the list of places that actually serve as a source of inspiration. Yeah,
it is like all the, like, when I see how
Atlanta used to be that place. What's happening with Atlanta?
I mean, Atlanta's there too, but like, I'm just looking at, like, I'm inspired by, like, when I see great events go off successfully. What?
Mama Blue, she said, grandma's living their best lives, not sitting in a rocker. Yeah,
that's motivating.
That is inspiration.
That is definitely.
That's definitely motivational.
Like I see, like I'm learning, like I just pull it out I just like greatness.
Yeah, inspired by greatness.
I'm inspired by, I don't care what it is. Like, I could say Damien, you know what I mean, and his wife. That's like you and your wife. I'm sorry, comedian Damon Davis. I won't do that. But I'm inspired by their story. You know what I mean. I'm inspired by Black love, because you know
that motivates.
It's like, when I look at it, like, I know that it's possible.
Right.
You know what I mean, and that's why I do he say she say.
Okay. Yeah, he say she say get in it. Yeah, you get knee deep in relationships.
You know, so there's different, like, and to see people who had nothing and come out with a whole lot of something.
Right.
Is amazing.
That is amazing.
Amazing. Because I'm one of them people, I'm going to cheer so loud for you when you make it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like,
it is inspiring to see other people make
because you know what? I don't have to have it, but if I see somebody else do it, I know that it's possible.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I add a caveat to that. When they do it the right way, because sometimes you see people do stuff and you know, like, oh man, you did all the But you want me to tell you, even when I've seen some stuff that, you know, people win, but it's like they cheated and lied and did all kind of stuff to get there. And it's like, I'm glad you won, but how you got there, like.
But you could take all that. So that part of it, you don't even. Because you always look at stuff. You can always look at it and be like, it could be done better, right?
Yeah.
You know, all this other stuff. But when I see people,
I get that piece. That's a different. That's a different type of thing.
Yeah,
where it could be done better. There's biggest room in the house. There's room for improvement. I'm talking about you just lied, cheat, stole, and now you celebrating. You know what I mean? Like, you ain't did nothing wrong, and you left a wake of hurt people in your path.
I don't like
this
that
greatness. Yeah. That's that remember for something terrible.
But I mean, they remember for something.
But one person's terrible is another person.
They remember
not so much. All right, just two more, and then we can get into Ask Qiana. So, how do you maintain a positive mindset, especially on Monday mornings? Because, you know, Mondays can be.
So I'm a positive person.
Okay. Okay.
So
how you maintain that positivity?
I think it's just I think that's how I'm wired.
Okay.
Like there's times when I'm like I have times where I think depression may hit because I think everybody have depressed moments. But I look at the world in a different light. You know what I mean? Like I can almost find positivity in everything that's happened in my life. Like I say,
okay.
So when Octavia's out, like you know how sad I was. Like that's really.
I remember. Yeah.
But then like I gained a sister.
Okay.
Through
that process.
Through that process, I found out like
Yeah.
I had a sister that I never knew of, and then in that I'm laughing because I'm like, Tay knew I needed somebody else, so this was his way of sending me her because I needed somebody else to balance out, to not take his spot, but I needed somebody there, and so I'm like, okay, thank you, Tay. Like that's how I'm like. So he left, but he sent me somebody else to replace him in the meantime. And then, like, even when I lost Jarish, like, I'm able to minister and help other parents who have lost their children that I wouldn't have been able to do that. And so I'm like, if not me, then who?
Right.
So I always, I can always find the silver lining in every situation where I don't stay in it because it's how you look at it.
Yeah, I agree.
And so if you always looking for somebody to attack you or you're looking for the bad, you're going to find it. If you're looking for the good, you're going to find it. It's really your mindset. So I wake up knowing that it's a blessing to wake up.
Yeah.
And that it's a beautiful day. And even if I'm like down and out, it could be worse.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's me.
That's one of my frameworks too. The it could be worse. And it has been worse. Right. Like I had some real bad times. And so even like bad times now are not like the worst times. And it's like when you look at, like I look and tap into trends, right? So it's like, it go up and down. But as long as the trend is trending upward, you're going to have your ups, you're going to have your sharp downs, you're going to have your highs, your lows, your valleys, your mountains, and your sunshine, your rain. Like it's been a bunch of songs written about it, but
it's like your heartbeat. As long as it's going up and down,
it's consistent.
It's good. I just don't want it to go straight.
I don't want it to flutter. I don't want it to stop.
And then
flatline.
You don't want a flat line. Right. Now we have a problem.
Yeah.
And you know what else motivates me is everything that I thought I couldn't make it through, I did.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I don't care how bad it was. You done made it through it.
Yeah.
So
that's a good framework.
That I'm like,
you get to something and you're like, man, I never thought I'd make it through, and guess what? You did.
You did.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's proof that you can.
Right. And so that's another thing that I keep on like you sitting up there crying like this is so bad. And so even in the art of war, right? The bombs and shots and everything.
I'm actually rereading that too.
But when the dust settles and everything calms down, the grass start to grow again.
Yeah.
Even in somewhere where there was horrible war and all that other stuff, once the dust settle, grass and stuff start to grow again. So you will regrow. You know what I mean?
Right.
You can gain what you lost.
Right.
So
yeah, so that's a bad week last week or a bad day yesterday. That's what it was. It was a bad day, a bad moment. And that's the other thing too, like being mindful that a bad moment don't have to turn into a whole bad day.
And that's why I say at the end of every episode is that right, because we let that bad moment dictate the whole day when there was so much goodness that happened.
That's true.
And we forget about all of that.
It's very rare that you'll go through a day without smiling about something.
Right.
Right. And that's to write down the 5 things that made you smile.
Right.
Because you probably had something that made you smile at least one point or some point in the course of a day. What you be saying? What you be got for us?
If it wasn't for the bad days, we would not appreciate the good days.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
That's what I hear. And then that's the other part of it, like bad days, right? Like is there even such a thing as a bad day? You there's a such thing as bad days? I mean, some days are just better than others. That don't mean that day was bad.
No, it was bad.
Okay.
Oh no, it was bad.
Bad days do exist.
Bad days
we
exist.
ain't that positive.
Like, I mean, but
we so positive we don't even believe in bad days.
No, bad. I think bad days exist, but you can pull positivity out of it.
Yeah.
Like, when I lost Jerish, that was a bad day.
Yeah, that was a bad day.
That was there's no way that I can that was a bad day.
Yeah.
But I had some great moments in that bad day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it was still a bad day.
That's true. Yeah, you do have bad days. Yeah. Yeah.
So, but you don't. But it depends on how you let that bad. Do you let the bad day trump the bad moment, the good moments?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the thing. Life is a series of moments, right?
Right.
And you never really know what's going to happen from one to the next, and so you enjoy the moments that are enjoyable. You allow yourself to experience the not so good moments. We want to call them bad, negative, or whatever. You experience that, and you allow yourself to go through that, but don't get stuck. I think that's the main thing is not getting stuck in bad moments.
And that's what people like when we talk about the loss of children.
Yeah,
is that you get stuck
in that moment.
Yeah, because it plays with your psyche of who you are as a parent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I don't have reality on that.
So, right. It's because we're always parents.
Right.
So when you have good days and you don't think about your child for a second, you like, did I love them enough? Like, am I a good parent? Like, you start to question your value as a parent when you do that. And that's where, and I'm learning that, and everybody grief is different, but that's been the consistent, like, across the board.
Right.
And telling you that you're not a bad person because at this hour you didn't think about your child. Like, it's not like, because if they were living at this point and you had a good day and you didn't think about them, you going home, you wouldn't feel that bad.
Yeah.
Like, forget them kids. You know what I mean?
You're trying to forget them.
Yeah. Right.
I'm trying to get away so I don't think about what they're doing.
And so you have to allow yourself that and know that you're still human, but that doesn't take from you being a parent.
Right. I hear that.
So
I hear that. I appreciate that. So let us know, y'all, what motivates you. How do you make it through Monday? Because it is Motivational Money Making Monday. And so we just wanted to have a conversation about motivation, y'all. What motivates you? What gets you out of bed? How you make it through the week? And what you got planned? Ask Qiana.
All right, let's run it.
All right. So, dear Qiana, I have an issue involving my 11-year-old niece who has been dealing with anxiety since the pandemic started. Her parents are addressing this with the doctor and she's making progress. However, a situation with their neighbor's daughter has made things worse. The two girls used to be friends, but they grew apart, and the other girl started bullying my niece, making fun of her size. To protect my niece, they decided to cut ties with the neighbor's daughter. However, the neighbor's mother has taken this very personally. Now, whenever my niece walked past their house, the mother, this woman, berates her, causing my niece to cry and feel terrified. We've called the police twice, but they haven't taken any action against this woman. What can we do in this situation? We've tried talking to her, but she's relentless and seems to enjoy being a bully. Your advice would be greatly appreciated.
Y'all ain't gonna like my advice.
What is the views express button? Shayna, where you at? Put the views express.
No, okay. First of all, now this is just me. I think we talked about this on the radio on Friday, right? A little bit.
Yeah.
I think it was a mistake eliminating her from the friend.
Okay.
A little bit. I think that you need. I do think that we're making a society full of kids that's afraid of confrontation and how to handle it properly. You're gonna go places, people are gonna say mean things about you, and you're not gonna like it, but we need to teach our children how to deal with it. And not go away from it. The anxiety of the fear of not knowing how to confront it and how to handle it is where the anxiety. I'm not a doctor, so let me say that. The views expressed of Qiana, but the anxiety of not knowing how to handle it is pushing them into this anxiety state because they never had to confront confrontation. What happens is we remove it from them, and so they don't have those. They don't have the skills to go through it.
Okay.
So it's just like if you don't know something, if you're taking the test and you didn't study for the test, you get anxiety because you know that you possibly are going to fail.
Right.
Because you didn't study for it.
You're
You
not
didn't
prepared.
practice for it. You're not prepared for it.
Right.
And so at this point, we are not preparing our children for real life.
Wow.
And we have to stop that. We have an anxiety-driven society of children because we keep on taking the problems away from them and not teaching the solution of how to solve these problems.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, sometimes stuff got to get dirty, unfortunately. Now, I'm finna tell you this. This is the part you ain't gonna like. If somebody keep on talking to my daughter at this point,
okay,
I'm going over there, and now we're gonna have some words. Now, wherever it go from now, it's gonna go. But I do think that the two parents should have sat down and had this conversation.
I'm just smiling because this is amazing. No, you're right though.
Right, but the two parents, and this is what happened to you don't get into little kid mess.
That's the
this
thing.
Is another what happened to
because that's what it says. It says the two girls used to be friends, but they grew apart. That happens.
That happens.
Right. And then the other girl started bullying her niece because of her size. To protect her niece, they decided to cut ties with the neighbor's daughter altogether. Then her mama got involved.
And so here we go. So okay, so
right
here we go, right?
Yeah.
And even when they start, even when the neighbor started picking on the niece,
the neighbor's daughter,
the niece, or because it's the auntie or the uncle that's right there. I don't know which.
Yeah.
Oh, who the niece?
It don't say yeah, but I got you.
So the niece, about her size, this is another teachable moment as the parents to tell your child to embrace who they are.
Yeah.
Like you need to pour into them. You eliminating the neighbor, you're also enforcing what the neighbor said.
Okay, because so what I'm hearing is removing her from the situation without pouring into her is still going to have an impact.
Because it's like,
because you can't hide from yourself.
Right. And
everywhere you go, there you are, as the song
and
says.
And so if I'm big, if I'm thick,
yeah,
and I'm thick as a snicker, I can't do nothing about it, right?
Yeah.
If you do not address that,
yeah,
then you're telling me that you're also, in my mind, you're also saying that you agree with the neighbor.
Yeah, because if you can't really be bullied by something that don't bother you.
Right.
Like if you big and you know it and you know how to navigate that and move around with that, then it is no longer a button that people can push.
Right.
Because that's what most bullies do, is they find like a button that they can push to move you in a certain direction.
And so again, I'm probably not the best person to teach, because I'm gonna teach my niece to push your buttons. Like I'm
you got buttons too.
Oh,
right?
everybody got buttons.
Yeah.
So listen.
My buttons,
oh, so I'm finna push yours.
You got a button too.
Right. So there we go. I'm with it all. You know what I mean? But I'm also with pouring in. And then, and again, I think that we.
It's just because you like so serious.
I'm so serious.
Animated. Right. I mean, but yeah, you do have to pour into your children. I think confidence is rooted in preparation. Shayna said this is petty cute.
This is real cute too. Like I'm just telling you, like, and I mean honestly,
sometimes they just gotta get beat up.
Yep,
and fight like we used to.
Yes, sometimes a good old fashioned fight is what you need. I'm not promoting violence, but sometimes you know sometimes
peace is established through strength. Sometimes,
and sometimes you gotta
get down in it and
make
it happen in order to establish
Donnie.
peace.
Look, Donnie boys.
Yeah. They the truth.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, at a certain point, I guess I say it like this so that it don't. And again,
because
we're not advocating for violence.
No, we're not.
But here's the thing: conflict resolution and conflict avoidance are two different things.
Yes,
and sometimes.
We're avoiding it.
We're avoiding a conflict that we're already in.
Yes.
Because there's a way that you can avoid conflict. But after you've already gotten into the conflict, you have to resolve it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And now trying to remove them from the situation is not resolving the conflict. Like you have to go through whatever you got to go through in order to end this particular.
It's like
conflict.
you ever took your car and they say you need all this stuff fixed, and you be like, just do what you can to get me by.
What's the cheaper model?
Right. And then, but it's just a Band-Aid. It's not a fix.
Right.
And eventually that Band-Aid fall off and you still got to go back and fix what was wrong.
And it costs you more.
And it costs you more.
Yeah. Caller, you on the air. What's on your mind is Motivational Monday. Go ahead, caller.
Joyful morning, Breakfast Club. This is Clark.
Hey.
Hey, you know what? It sounds terrible today.
It might be us then.
It might just be us.
What, you in the bathroom at work?
No, not
I'm just messing with you. Talk to me.
Is that a little better? I don't know why it sounds so bad.
Go ahead, we can hear you.
Maybe you could just tell me. So I see this, right? I see how adults who've been doing the running for years, our children have been paying attention to that. And they're like, y'all didn't even take the time to stand up, but y'all will call us bad, disrespectful, and rude because I kind of like want to stand my ground and be like, hey, you're not just going to push me over. And I think our children have seen some of the older people run and not deal with resolution in the conflict because conflict is a part of life. And our children have been paying attention to that. And adults think that they're rude and disrespectful because they're not handling the way that they handle it by just running.
I hear that. No, I hear that. No, I think you adding that. Yeah, that's I'll go along with that because you know, you mimic what you see, and if you're seeing that the adults are not resolving conflicts and they're trying to avoid conflicts that they're in, then the way that you respond is the way that you've seen them respond. And the point about, like, you know what, I'm different. Like that's them t-shirts. I am not my ancestors, right?
Yeah.
I'm not, you know, like we're not going through what my parents and grandparents and great grandparents went through in the same way that they went through it.
Right.
Like we're going to take a stand. We're going to take a position. And sometimes that stand and position is perceived as being disrespectful.
Sometimes. It is because it is.
And sometimes it is disrespectful. But
sometimes
I mean,
it is.
But you know, being mindful that, you know, everybody's not going to respond. I think you said it one time. You can't control how people respond to your disrespect.
No, you can't.
Yeah.
So if you punch me, you can't tell me that I got to punch you back. You can't tell me
what I got to do to
right.
What my response should be to
right. Because if I'm throwing a bomb to your punch, that's how I felt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
and that's the danger of not resolving conflicts, because a lot of times I think people hold in things and then something that's seemingly minor turns into like a major
because it manifests.
Because now you get like I done been bullied, I done been disrespected, I done been mistreated, and now you pull into a parking spot before I pulled into it, and that's the one that's gonna get it for everything that everybody else has done.
And that person ain't did nothing for real.
Ain't did nothing for real. Like they ain't even studying you, they ain't think about you. They just, you know, like, hey, I'm finna get in this spot, and you like, that was my spot. And it turned into this whole thing,
right? Like, because you feel like you've been walked over, trampled on, nobody ever listens to, and you already said the next time somebody try me, they gonna get it. But it's because you haven't addressed all the other stuff that bothers you prior. So like
I said, what can they do in this? They tried talking to her, but the mama is relentless and seems to enjoy being a bully. So I think they said they tried talking to her, it hasn't worked. That's another part of this thing too. Like the parents tried to talk, but they couldn't.
We don't fight. We don't argue.
Talk about Motivational Monday and songs that get you going, right? It gets the people going. And so, thank you for your response. Thank you for the call, Sierra, on the Ask Qiana segment. The Ask Qiana segment. We definitely want to encourage you all to support the One Community Grocery Co-op. And so you can take control of our food options. You can go to and support a community-owned retail grocery store. Join us as an owner and help us build a thriving store that meets our community's needs for fresh, healthy, and nutritious foods. Your ownership makes a difference. You can actually visit the website, ocgc.coop, and or go to Facebook and like the OC or the One Community Grocery Co-op Facebook page, and you can stay up on events and things that'll be happening as well. I want to remind y'all in the time that we have tonight, we will be having our strategic visioning session around 49th Street. And so please, if you missed it when we announced it earlier, I'm reminding you now. But as you watch the replay, you'll hear it as well. But 49th Street, 1617 49th Street South at the Gulfport Neighborhood Center at 6 p.m. We'll be creating and crafting a vision for the 49th Street Business District. So make sure y'all come out to that. Tomorrow at Pinellas Technical College, they're having an open house where you can learn about all things PTC and find out about the programs they have, the funding opportunities, the financing available. They say give them a year, they'll give you a career. That's pretty
is
dope.
you and your children.
Yeah, bring your children with you too.
Yes, bring your children,
because they have dual enrollment for like if you're in high school. I think I heard her when
she
Kaisha
did.
came. She said,
and they don't discriminate as far as what school you at. Like if you're at the secondary school or whatever, they go out there and get it because these kids need trades and stuff like that. Because college may not be a traditional college, may not be suitable for them, but entrepreneurship is real out here.
Absolutely,
and so
a lot of opportunities if you got skills, man. So go get them skills.
Right. And then we have He Say, She Say this Friday at Urban Drinkery.
Yep.
So we'll be out there.
Supplier Diversity Day, we talked about that. I think that's Wednesday. So if you're a supplier, if you have products or services and you'd like to do business with the city, there's the inaugural Supplier Diversity Day on Wednesday from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Coliseum. Make sure y'all get through there, slide through, get the information, talk to the vendors, and see what you need to do, man, to get
And
registered.
you know what? If you haven't purchased Damian Davis comedy show, $10. Cash App him his $10. Get it, support the home team because they support everybody.
They really do, man.
You know what I mean?
Inspirational how much support that they give to our community.
It really is. And then, I mean, if you're still listening to the radio after us, stay tuned because we're going to have Sister Hughes.
Make you lose your shoes and shout out around the house.
Yes.
I grew up on Sister Hughes. You talking about motivational too. That was another one of the,
my cousin Keisha loves Sister Hughes. She was like, she like that's Sister Hughes.
She is she's a legend, man.
Right.
Sister Hughes is a legend. My mama, man, I remember growing up when she used to be on WRXB, Star 16.
And you see that the old WRX because they were in this building before, but prior to that, it is now gone. Remember the little shed?
It used to be right across the street. Yeah. What was that? 37th. Used to be on 37th.
37th,
the
right?
Blue building.
All in the cut. They're building apartments. As a matter of fact, that was the first time I was on the radio. Shout out
Star 16.
Yep. Shout out to Maurice Sebastian.
Yeah, that was
he came to Boca Ciega High School and talked to us, and then he let us come on the radio and intern with him when I was in high school.
That's amazing. That make me feel old too, though, because Maurice like kind of my age a little bit.
You know what? Maurice hit me.
He might be a little bit older than me.
He a little bit older.
He
a little bit older, but he hit me up within the last year because he was talking about coming out to He Say, She Say.
Okay.
So yeah,
Maurice Sebastian. So yeah, final thoughts. If that wasn't it,
I don't know. Mama Blue say I was their groupies.
I hear that. So listen, man, again, I just want to encourage everybody to get involved, stay involved, make a meaningful contribution to your community, however you move to do that. It is Motivational Monday, man. So dig deep, find your why, and operate in your greatness. Continue to believe and do good, and let's make this a great week.
Yes. What he said, be the change you want to be or see. Write down those 5 things, appreciate life. Yes. And I hope we motivated you the day to do something great or see life in a different vision, I guess.
That's right.
Yeah. So this has been the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club.
I'm your brother John.
And this is Qiana.
And we out.